So today what I'd like to do is give a little mini lesson on something called EFT. Now EFT can stand for Emotional Freedom Techniques. I studied EFT several years ago. Basically I came across a course of 10 DVDs that were from a seminar, and I studied them completely, and I then started teaching my friends how to do it, and I've had really amazing results. It's a technique to help you overcome blocks in your life. So it can work for some physical things because your body manifests things that are creating blocks in your life. It can also help you overcome emotional difficulties if you're struggling with something in particular. They likened it to, if you imagine all of your worries and fears as a kind of forest, then you can pick one tree in the forest that you need to cut down, and it'll actually, just the act of taking one tree down will then knock a few more trees down that are close by to it. So you don't actually have to do the EFT technique on every single tree in your forest of fears. You can end up doing it a few times, and it really does help to free up your mind and free up your energy. Sometimes we can lose energy by concentrating too much on our fears without even really realizing it if they're buried in our subconscious. So what I'm going to do is pick a fear, which might be a common fear, and I'm going to talk you through the process of how to apply it to basically anything. You can even do it for pains in your body. So the first process is to decide on a scale of between 0 and 10 how big this emotion is. So for example, if we take the fear of being successful, the fear of making a successful website, for example, and you feel like you always procrastinate when you're trying to do it, there's something that keeps stopping you, something that gets in your way. So this could be a good example. So say my fear of creating a website would be maybe on a level of 6 or 7 out of 10. So 8 to 10 is really if it's quite extreme. 6 to 8 is this kind of fairly high fear that stops you from doing things, but it's not taking over your life. Anything under that is of a lesser consequence, but you want to try and get the number to as close to 0 as you can. So say we start with a 6 or 7. The first thing to do is choose a phrase. So the phrase that I'm going to pick is, even though I feel that I can't create a website, I deeply and completely accept myself. Now what we're going to do, it's a kind of tapping process, mainly on your face and on your hands as well. So first we're going to just tap along the side of our hand. So if you use all of the 4 fingers on your other hand to do this, it doesn't matter which hand, you can do left or right, it's all the same. And we're going to repeat this phrase 3 times. So even though I feel that I can't create a website, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I feel that I can't create a website, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I feel that I can't create a website, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Okay, so the next step is to shorten that phrase a little bit, and then I'm going to teach you where the positions are that you have to tap on your face. And we'll tap on each of those positions at least 7 times while repeating a short piece of that phrase. So if we shorten it to my fear of creating a website. So the first position is at the beginning of your eyebrow. You just tap with one of your fingers. My fear of creating a website. Then the second position is at the end of your eyebrow on the outside edge. My fear of creating a website. Then it's underneath your eye. It's actually kind of, if you're looking straight, it's underneath your pupil. And you can feel there's a little kind of dent if you press, it's the end of a meridian. That's what we're actually tapping on, the ends of your meridians, which is going to reset the emotional anxiety that's connected to whichever activity you're trying to release the block on. So my fear on creating a website. The next position is in the middle of your lip. My fear of creating a website. Then it's on the front of your chin. My fear of creating a website. Then the next one, we've got a couple on the body. So if you can feel your collarbone, again, it doesn't matter if you're doing the right or the left side of your face or your body on these, whatever's easiest. For me, I'm right-handed, so it's easier for me to do it on the right side of my face and then the left side of my body. So if you feel where your collarbone is, the little, you see you have those two bones in front that you can quite easily feel, then you take two fingers below one of those and you tap underneath with two fingers. My fear of creating a website. Okay, we've got two more points. So if you imagine you're a doll and you're sewn together and you have a seam that goes right down your side, you want to tap with your four tips of your finger in a line down about chest height, I would say. My fear of creating a website. And then the last one, if you bunch them up and do the middle of the top of your head, my fear of creating a website. So then what you need to do is just sit with the emotion that you have. Think about your fear of creating a website, or whichever you're doing the blog on, the technique on, and what number does it have now? Is it still a 6 or 7, or has it changed? Has it gone up or has it gone down? More than likely you'll probably find that it's gone down, and then if it's gone down just by 1 or by 2, you can repeat the process and do the round again, so you just go straight the way through. I hope that's been helpful for you. If you've got any questions, please just leave me a comment and I'll do my best to help you.